What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about a international soccer star by the name of Achraf Hakimi. He is divorcing his wife. I think they've been married for the last couple of years. They have children together, but they are divorcing. And the reason why he's going viral is because apparently his mother has been his money has been going to his mother, and this has been made public because him and his wife are going through a divorce, and she's trying to get a huge payout, and he's like, listen, my mother got my money. And this is going viral. I've seen a lot of women upset about this. They're talking about, well, in Florida he wouldn't be able to do that. Well, he's not in the United States. He's in France. I believe he's living in France. I could be wrong, but he does play for a soccer club that I believe is located there. He's actually been investigated for an assault, allegedly, of another woman. And because I guess she did not publicly defend him, people are saying that there is trouble in paradise. Well, let me just say this. You already had a strike against this relationship. One, he's 24 and she's 36, right? She's 12 years older than him. Now, I'm not saying these type of relationships can't work, but when you are an international soccer star, you make a lot of money, and you're with a woman who's 36, you have children together, this relationship can go totally wrong because you're with a woman who probably thinks she's smarter than you, and she's more mature than you, and she can finesse you. But he finessed her first, and it has a lot of people upset. They're really upset at the fact that he was able to get his mother to hold his money for him, because that's probably the only person he trusts. He didn't trust his wife, Hiba, right? He didn't trust her. And that's why there are a lot of people in uproar. This is why they're talking about the allegations against him, which again are allegations. We don't know what's true or what's not, but it's very clear that she thought that when she divorced him, she was going to get a big payout, only for her to realize that his mother has his money. Now, unless, he goes to court in California, unless she's going to divorce him in California, he may end up walking away from this marriage with pretty much the majority of his money, right? I don't know how international divorce courts are, but it's very clear to me that she probably thought that she was going to get a nice big payout from him, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen right now. I don't know how the child support laws are in Europe. I don't know how the divorce laws are, but we will see. But it's clear to me that people are upset and outraged. Like, how dare he hide his money or make sure his mother has his money and not want to pay his wife, right? But the fact that this marriage only lasted a couple of years, it looked like people were in it for the wrong reasons. I mean, this woman is 36. Maybe she thought that, she can, either be with a soccer star or, get a nice payday. But he was able to get finesse the situation a bit. And the crazy thing is, you have people weighing in. You have Izzy and Andrew Tate weighing in on this particular situation. But we're going to get into this article. This is from Sports Kita. All right. It says, Achraf Hakimi has reportedly managed to find a loophole to save his assets in a divorce with his wife. And by the way, many married men try to hide their assets, especially they make a lot of money. His wife, Hiba Abouk, the PSG star, has nothing big under his name, and most of his fortunes are saved under his mother's name. Reports in France claim that 80% of the PSG star's salary goes to his mother. He keeps the rest, 20%, and that has helped the footballer save a lot in the divorce settlement. That's why you see a lot of pissed off women. You got a lot of aspiring gold diggers mad, and they're talking about, well, he wouldn't be able to do this in Florida. Well, he ain't in Florida. All right. Yes, he found a loophole, and there's a very good chance he's not going to have to pay this woman. Okay, she was only married to him for a couple of years. I could see her going after him for child support, but how you want a big old hefty alimony settlement when you only been married for a couple of years and we don't even know when they separated? Hiba revealed that the couple were in the middle of a divorce when she released a public statement backing Hakimi last month. The PSG star was accused of assault, but the actress believed the accusations were false. However, she did hint that it was the final straw in their divorce and that the process was set to begin. She posted on Instagram. Of course, you know, she wasn't in this marriage for the right reason. She was only married to him because he's a successful soccer star. And she knew that once she left the relationship, she thought that she would be able to get a nice sizable payout. That's how these women think. This is a 36-year-old woman, and she's not going to do any better than him after they break up. So the accusations are false. He is calm and is making himself available to authorities after having taken the decision to legally separate and stop living together whilst awaiting the divorce procedure, which you can imagine on the top of the pain brought by the separation, as well as having to accept the sadness that a failed project, which I gave my body and soul, brings. I was supposed to face up to this disgraceful act. Explaining her decision to take the time to get into the right mindset before talking, she added, I needed time to come to terms with the shock. One must trust the legal process, especially considering the gravity of the accusation. Nonetheless, in my life, I've always have been and always will be on the side of victims. Achraf Hakimi was accused of assaulting a woman in France in February. The woman approached the police for help, but was reluctant to press charges before the prosecutors went ahead with the case as they were determined to get to the bottom. Of course they were. Hakimi's mother has also claimed that the charges are false and that she's confident her son is innocent. The PSG star has also denied the claims, but is yet to release a statement. Now let's get to what Izzy and Andrew Tate had to say, right? And this according to the Sports Rush. You know, the news has caught the attention of many, including former kickboxing champion Andrew Tate and UFC champion Israel, who expressed their admiration for Hakimi's move on Twitter. Hakimi's wife allegedly filed for divorce and has asked for half of his assets. Look at this, half. After being married for what, like 2 years? You want half? Almost 3 years, maybe? However, the court found in Hakimi's favor, declaring that since all of his assets were registered in his mother's name, he had no property of his own. His legal strategy has pleased many, including Tate and Izzy, who praised Hakimi for his clever approach. Andrew Tate says, my G. And then Izzy has this. Yeah, sir. Let me just say this. I could already see lawmakers in California and New York trying to write up legislation to prevent this from happening, but it'll be very difficult because some of these billionaires who want to divorce their wives and they hide their assets, they will be affected by this as well. But I can already see people getting upset because this could be a move that a lot of these men make, and they should. This woman is an actress. Don't you have money of your own? Don't you have money of your own? You're an actress. Aren't you successful? She must not be. She must not be successful if she's sitting up here trying to get half his money. You only been married for less than 3 years. And she wants half. This is how delusional the Western woman is. Well, yeah. Well, she's a Western woman. She's in Europe. They're so delusional. They think they're going to get half. But he was smarter than her. A 24-year-old man was smart enough to make sure that his mother received the majority of his assets. He kept 20%. And that 20% must have been nice because she had no idea until the divorce. See, that's what you get for marrying a guy you really didn't want to be with. And people are going to say, well, this allegation that he has is the reason why she left. No, she was already planning to leave. I don't think she really wanted to be with him like that. She thought she was smarter than him, and he outsmarted her. We need more men using strategies like this. Give 80% of your earnings to like your mother or your father, right? So they can hold, especially when you now you have to do this, I think, before the divorce. The reason why he was able to be successful in doing this is because he was already giving his mother 80% of his assets before they got divorced. This was way before they got divorced. So she already had his assets in her name. And that's why I was able to be successful. You know, a lot of men who have money and resources need to do this. You need to protect yourself. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of marriage at all. I don't believe in signing a contract with the government because I don't trust this government. I really don't. Look at what's going on in the government. Look at their priorities. So why would I sign a contract with the government where if I separate from my wife, she's entitled to have the house, the car, all the stuff that I paid for. And not only that, they give her full custody of the children. They say, we ain't even giving you half of the custody. We're going to give you visitation, even though you took care of her and the children. So no, I'm not a big fan of signing contracts with this government. But a 24-year-old soccer star, shout out to him, was able to finesse this woman who thought that she was going to just leave this guy and take half his money. Yo, shout out to him. Make sure y'all like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all on the next video.